Everybody, my name is Marikuma and I am the owner of Marikuma Healing. Today we are going to be doing our Scorpio 2025 year reading. All right, I know it's been a while. Like I said for Cancer, last week I had malaria, and the week before that I had it. I just didn't know, but it got really extreme. I got better, and I've just been kind of having to do weird types. Like, okay, when I say weird types, let me just nip it in the bud. Because I have family visiting me, I am not able to do the videos as much as I'd like because at the time that I get to do it, it's like in the middle of the night. All right, so it's like 9 p.m. to maybe 3 a.m. and then again like at 10 a.m. to maybe 2. Okay, so the hours that I'm working with and trying to post all these things is super funky, to say the least. But that being said, right, that out of the way, we're going to be doing Scorpio. Now, Scorpio, I'm going to be honest with you. I did do your reading, like I was going to post a video last night so you guys could have it today, but I misread one of your cards, so I have to do it again. So yeah, a lot of it may be off of memory and just kind of over at the same time rechecking. So let's get into it. We're going to tackle what 2024 was for you guys, okay? I pulled up all your cards. We're going to learn about what the past was. So the past year was trying to teach you what we're going to bring in for this year, the things that you're going to be facing with your job, finance, love life, family, friends, and spiritual outlook, as well as through the whole year from January to December of 2025, what the themes are going to be. It's separated into every 3 months, so you have 4 themes of the year, okay? Obstacles that you're going to have to try to overcome and work with, how to help you out with that, and your theme for 2025. If you guys are interested in your own year reading, it is $25. Y'all can message me on video below. I have Airtel and Zelle, okay? I also have Instagram, I have Snapchat, Facebook, TikTok, and of course YouTube. So that being said, any other readings that are not year related are $20 to $6 depending on how long it is, as well as there is a special for the whole year, guys. For $27, you get 3 card readings of your choice, not year related, okay? And you can get 2 palms read. So I can read both your hands. I can read you and a friend, a family member, a partner, a platonic buddy, right? I can FaceTime you guys and we'll read your hands and tell you about your personality, things to look out for, and much more. So anyways, yeah. And if you're not interested in your cards or palms being read, fear not. I also do counseling. $6 weekly, $20 monthly, and if you want a year worth of counseling, it is $200. Alrighty. Now, without further ado, let's get this party started for real, okay? So, Scorpio, hope you guys are doing great today. I hope that this year has started off nice. I know that it's been a crazy 2025. Like the kickoff has been wild. All right, let's just be honest. Anywho, last year was all about encouragement and enjoying fruits of your labor. And this is coming from the fact that you are juggling resources last year, trying to get things to fall in place. You're also working on trying to make sure that things are steady and reliable, and just kind of making sure that if it doesn't make sense, we're not doing it. You know what I mean? At the same time, you want to have encouragement and have people that support you, okay? All right. I am not going to fight with this person. Hold on, guys. All right, when I said I wasn't going to fight with this person, where I'm at right now, I really love them, okay? But they have, like, motorcycles that have speakers selling things, and there's, like, this truck that comes on by with music, DJ-style things, and it gets really loud, and I'm not going to shout on this video to try to out-volume that. You know what I mean? Like, nah. So, I'll just close the doors. Anywho, like I was saying, for encouragement during fruits of your labor, what I can tell, because I did this again yesterday, it all starts off with the 2 of Diamonds, which is juggling resources, waiting on results, okay? And as you're juggling resources and waiting on results, you're pushing yourself to enjoy all that hard work. So you're putting out there like, okay, I have, like y'all know, I do card reading, palm readings, advice, and counseling. These are offers that my business provides, okay? So if you are not into the spiritual, that's okay. We get into the healing in another way. Not a certified counselor, but I have counseled quite a few people since my business has been open up. So if you want to give it a shot, cool beans. That being said, yeah, it's a little bit of a marketing thing, but at the same time, it's also an example. If I put my business in only just cards, then that means I need to only get people who are interested in getting their cards read, right? That would be willing to give it a shot. But because I have other offers and other things that I provide, I'm not putting my eggs in one basket. You feel me? That's what last year was all about. Learning not to put your eggs in one thing and wait for that to fall through. I have this that's working, and I have this that's working, and I have that that's working. So if I have 3 different types of options, bound one of them has to fall through. You know what I mean? Maybe none of them, but at least I have options. I have other varieties that I can put my stuff into. At the same time, you gotta be organized. You cannot go over there and just rush through every single thing and muscle through. And at the same time, you also need people that are going to support you. Because if you have a good support team, let me say this. If you have a good support team, yeah, you have the ability to have people that can work with you and help you out. Because we're going to get into this much later on in reading, but your biggest obstacle for this year is teamwork. Having people to lift you up and help you with the difficult stuff. And if you guys are like me, Scorpio, which some of you guys kind of are, it's not that I don't believe in teamwork, okay? I do, 110,000%. But I don't believe that everybody can do the work that I need them to do. You know what I mean? And I know that's horrible to say. But I'm like, look, too many times have I just had to figure it out myself, to the point where I'm like, you know what? Flip this, okay? Flip you, flip this, flip everybody. All I did was ask you for A, B, and C, and you got me Z, Q, G. Like, that's not even remotely close to what I was trying to get to. And then you guys bail when I need you the most. Like, at this point, I'm better off doing it on my own. You know what I mean? And I know when y'all hear that, some of y'all be like, yeah, I feel you, bro. I know what you mean. But, like, ain't nobody got time for that. Like, I don't got time to have to do what I need to do on top of other things that they put upon me and having to babysit incompetent people. Like, look, if you don't know what you're doing, ask. I'm happy to help. Do not pretend that you know everything and you don't. You know what I mean? Like, let's not do that. Let's not try to do that, because that isn't going to help nobody. So when I say encouragement, enjoying fruits of your labor, you're encouraging yourself, but you also have people lifting you up. And last year showed you who's with you, who's not with you, and how to push without killing yourself, okay? Now, let's get into your work, all right? Your job for 2025. Empathy and turning inward. This is the one that I kind of messed up on because I got it mistaken for the 4 of Diamonds. Ever so once in a while, I get some cards confused, okay? And I want you guys to understand, I don't know if it's because I'm a little bit dyslexic or my mind is just really fast. These 2 do not look the same. But because they're red and because they're 4, my mind is like, okay, this is this and this is that. And I'm like, bro, come on now. No, that's not it. Anywho, empathy and turning inward, okay? This is what your job is represented as. This means that you're learning to not block things out, all right? Now, I'm sorry. Hold on, guys. Just one moment. Thank you, guys. Sorry again. I know it's my second time pausing. I thought somebody was like at the door, But just turns out that people are just working really hard. Alrighty. Gonna light my bundle because I like the smell of rosemary. Which is really cute because that's the name of my aunt. Anywho, so like I was saying, empathy and turning inward, all right? So for you guys who do not know what empathy is, fear not. I learned what this was like a few years back, so you're not alone. Empathy is the ability to feel hollow, numb, and empty inside. It is an emotion, all right? And a lot of people that don't understand that feeling may think that they're going crazy or that they're not human because they feel nothing. And it's just your body protecting you, okay? So remember when we talked a little bit about the trauma response of like, I think last 2 weeks back or so, give or take? And we talked about like if you have the fight response, if you live in that moment a little too long, you can get very aggressive, dominant, controlling, versus if you're in the flight response, you tend to run away from confrontation, you tend to bail, you're very flaky, right? Well, it's kind of like that. It's a defense mechanism to protect you, all right? Much like the trauma response is to protect you from situations, empathy is a defense mechanism. Empathy is when your body, your mind, and your heart and your spirit is so tired and so fed up and so overwhelmed that it shuts down to restart again, okay? Kind of like your phone, your computer. We shut down. So if you guys are having that at work, I feel like it is tied to the fact that you are not allowing yourself to feel what you need to feel. Like you're just pushing through, okay? And maybe you're doing it for financial things. Because like when I did this the first time, it was like pre-financial or professional. All right, it was like one of those or both of them. It's professional and financial. Like you're just keeping it business and you're trying to hold yourself together and you're just bulldozing it. But you can't be running on empathy alone, honey. You have to be able to organize yourself, okay? So emotion detachment. So emotional detachment and choices. You're going to have to learn how to let go. Let me say it. All right. If you're going to be detaching emotionally, you're not giving it energy anymore. All right. Sometimes our work is really demanding. All right. I did nursing. I worked at restaurants. I did retail. I worked at a spa. And I did a few other, like, you know, temporary works here and there. So before I became this woman that you see before you today on YouTube, right? I worked a lot of jobs. I got a lot of experience, bro. But what I've learned through the years is that, like, I'm really good at pushing down my emotions and just working straight on. And I'm really good at putting on a smile, too. Like, I feel like people who have mental and emotional disabilities, you guys will understand what I'm saying when I say this, okay? Versus people who don't. Because if you don't have it, you don't understand why would anybody fake a smile? Why are you like this when you feel like this? Right? Like, why don't you just express to everybody that you're tired and you're not feeling well? Because you don't, like, people, not everybody understands the emotions behind working crazy hours, pushing yourself past no return, and just, you know, when you're working hard to get a lot of money, you have to work crazy amount of hours. And to work crazy amount of hours, it requires a sacrifice. The sacrifice is your mind, your health, and your well-being. All right? Hear me out, because I know a lot of people are going to look at me being like, so are you saying that I'm just shutting down my emotions because I can't feel anything? No, I'm saying you're shutting down your emotions due to being detached. You don't have time to break down and cry at work. And you can't go home because you don't want to feel like a burden. So you may say, well, work was a little bit hard, you know, is this, that, and the third, but it's really no big deal. I got it. And it could be no big deal for some of y'all, but it's taking a lot out of you. Okay, I love nursing. I did. But the sucky part of nursing is that I lose my family members, okay? I lose my patients, I lose my clients because I took care of elderly people mainly. Some people were young that had to be having private care and things, so I may take care of them. But a lot of my family members that I watched over, because I call them family members more than clients, were elderly. So I get to have a few years with them. I get used to having them, and then I lose them because, of course, nobody in this world lives forever, right? And that was a really tough part of the job because I don't like grieving has never been my greatest strong suit. Like I don't allow myself to grieve. I don't like crying. I don't like being sad. I don't like being lost. So I kind of just shut down and be strong for everybody else and not really consider my own emotions. And doing that for like 13 years, you know, it can cause a lot of problems in their health, especially when you're working 24 after 24 after 24 after 24. Like I worked 24/7, okay? All hours, 7 days a week straight. So I'm working at 5 different houses, doing 5 different types of things, and I get home, I have a few hours, I go back again. Or if I need to have time with family, I may see my family like 5 times a year because I was just working crazy hours. So I wasn't paying attention to my health and my mind. I was just bulldozing it through. You know, I was doing it for everybody else and not for me. So when you're detached, you tend to neglect yourself, is what I'm trying to say. You know? And I'm not saying boo you and shame Scorpio. Oh my God. How can Scorpio be so like this? Nah, bro, I've been where you're at. I've been where you at. I've done what you've done. All right? I get that type of emotion because I've struggled with it for years. And when I say years, I mean decades. Like 15, 16 years, I've struggled with empathy. I've struggled with not allowing, like not being comfortable enough to express my emotions. As I gotten older, I learned to be more feminine, I guess, and be allowed to be more soft when it comes to feelings and expressing them. Because for the longest time, I just ran on my masculine energy. Because my masculine energy felt more home, you know, like it felt more comfortable just to be more masculine than feminine, if that makes sense, which, believe it or not, guys, we will totally come for in a second. So what's going to help you guys out is family, contentment, and joy. So you're going to have to choose to not push yourself over and to try to understand where this detachment is coming from. Because your detachment is causing you to block, numb, and, you know, not confront tough emotions. It's causing you to have empathy, which is the opposite of empathy, baby. Family, contentment, and joy is also the same thing for December, October, and November. So the last 3 months of this year is all about family, contentment, and joy. People who are going to be with you, who brings you happiness, who brings you peace of mind, and how to achieve that. Okay, so you need to find people that are going to support you, honey, love you for who you are, be able to like have somebody to talk to. Okay, as weird as it is, right? Who does the counselor go to when they need counseling? I'm gonna be honest with you. Me personally, I make videos. Okay, I'm like, guys, we counsel each other. I do this on TikTok a lot, and I think a lot of people laugh with me because, like, I don't have a therapist or a counselor to go to. So when I'm having problems, I have my family, and I make videos. I'm like, you know what? Let's just be real. Let's just put it on the table. All right? A, B, C, and 1, 2, 3, man. I'm feeling this way, and this is why we're doing this video about that. Like, you know, maybe you guys feel the same way. You know, maybe we're just here struggling together. Let's make it into a session. Let's just make it into a group thing. You know? And we sit down, we talk, we express, we give advice, you know, and lift each other up. And I really like it. I didn't think that's where it would come, to be honest. but it helps. Ooh, powerlessness, which is really cute because that's what your friendship is going to be like. Vulnerability, guys, powerlessness, being open, being raw, letting it all hang loose, all right? Take me as I am. Take me as I am. I can be loud. I know at night I have to be really quiet, so I hope that you guys can hear me because my family sleeps. So when they sleep or when they're out, I'm up. Because, you know, I got my family to hang out with and I got stuff to do. Anywho, so this is going to be your outcome. Mainly for your job, what does it mean, right? Because we're just talking about feelings and emotions. How is this supposed to help me with my work? To summarize it up, honey, don't kill yourself for the name of the dollar. Save money, okay? Save money and be able to break. I know that you guys need to make a lot of money. I know that you need to be able to provide for yourself. I know that being financially strained is super stressful and you just can't handle all of it all at the same time. Work at a job that gives you peace of mind. Make sure that you're not killing yourself, overdoing every single thing, because Scorpio, I know a few of you guys. My bestie Jess is a Scorpio, all right? And another lady that I know like at least 3 or 4 of you guys, and all of you guys, right? Actually, I have 2 besties that are Scorpios. One's October and one's November. But anyways, that's not the point. The point is that the ones that I've seen, the ones that I know, every last one of you guys are freaking hard workers, all right? If y'all want something, you get it done. Okay, you guys are the can-doers. But at the same time, y'all sometimes give a little too much, okay? And that can cause a lot of strain, honey. So, you know, the wise words of me, don't kill yourself in the name of the dollar. Don't go over there and try to be, you know, out here pushing yourself to no return because you have to get money. The people paying you money do not care if you kill yourself for it, all right? Now, some people do, all right? Like when I get employees and have people working for me in my business, right? I feel like I'll be a kind boss because I'll understand that you guys are just working really hard to try to provide for yourself and your family. So I get it, I do. But I don't want you to kill yourself in the name of the dollar. If you need a break, take a break. If you need to be able just to get things down a little bit more situated, then that's okay too. But, sorry, I'm talking to you guys and I'm also trying to get my ducks in a row. Yeah, pun intended, but like I have like 5 of these, okay? So at least I know that when I'm doing it, I can look at them because my mind works really fast and I get things switched sometimes. Anywho, like I was saying, okay, just summarize your job. I'm sorry that I'm rambling. Thank you guys for making it this long, right? Hopefully you have like, you know, a nice drink, some snacks, sit back, listen to me talk with my weird voices. But yeah, anyways, don't put yourself for the name of the dollar. Do not kill yourself for the name of money, okay? Major companies don't really care. Now, some companies do, okay? Some companies will try to treat you guys like a family, but it's very rare. It's like those mom and pop kind of shops. And make sure that you're doing something that brings you peace of mind. At the same time, work on not blocking things out. If your body is tired, rest it. You deserve to break. Think of yourself as a beautiful car. Okay, think of yourself as a well-oiled machine. If you push yourself past your point, you're gonna break yourself down. Your mind's gonna be straddled. It's gonna be all funky and I don't know what's going on. Your heart's gonna be stressed out. Oh my goodness, we have all these things to do. Panic. Your body's gonna take in a lot of that. So it's taking in a lot of impact from your mind and your heart and it's freaking with your soul, bro. All right, I know I sound cuckoo, but I'm being honest. This connects to here, which connects to this, which connects to all of it. Work on not killing yourself for the name of the dollar. The dollar is not going to go over there and come to you into the next life, baby. We can't just go over there and bribe our way to reincarnation. One, that's not how it works. Two, if y'all don't believe in reincarnation, that's okay too. But you can't pay yourself into heaven. You can't. You can't just go over there and be like, yo, Jesus, here's a couple of Benjamins. Slide it on in so I can get in there, huh? Huh, buddy? There's more where that came from. No. Why are we killing ourselves in the name of paper, bro? Yes, currency is important. Yes, working hard is absolutely valid, okay? But killing myself to try to make a living is not something that I'm going to recommend you guys to do. When you need a break, rest. When you need somebody to talk to the people that you trust. Be open enough and honest with yourself to be like, you know what? My job is stressing me out. I need to look for a new job. It's fine. But make sure you get a job that, one, pays you enough. Two, you put money aside. Put money aside. Save. Okay? If you're having to pay a total of $2,500 for your bills, your rent, and all that, right? You're just going to be nice. And you're making $3,000 a month, right? Give or take a few thousands. Then the leftover money, right? The $500 is left over from that because you're getting $2,500, you're getting $3,000 total. So that's $500 left. $250 of that goes to savings. $250 of it goes to you. You break it in half to 2/3, okay? 2/3 goes into savings, 1/3 for you. I used to do half and half. I used to be like, way before COVID came in and inflation was a bum, like 2019, 2018, I would take like $500 and I would take that for me. That'd be enough for me to pay my friend to take me for Uber, for me to go out with my sister when she does a good job, because like, again, I had family I was taking care of at the time. We were halving on our bills, okay? If you guys are living with your family or living with a partner, you guys are going 50-50, that is okay. Y'all both need to work on savings though, okay? All right. Now, we're going to go into your finance, baby. Financially, there's some resentment and a turning point. You guys are blocking out in your job and you're holding against a lot of anger, a lot of pain. Encouragement during fruits of your labor is what's causing you to have resentment. Which, mind you guys, what we were just talking about in the beginning of this video, 2024 is all about encouragement enjoying fruits of your hard labor. All this hard work finally paying off. Why? I feel like you're trying to get everything to fall into place, but because it's not going the way that you want to or fast enough, there could be some anger and resentment. I can get that. Oh, Jesus. Aha. Discord, dishonor, and hollow victory. Make sure that you're with something that doesn't give you that, all right? If you want to enjoy all your hard work and all your labor, baby, you cannot. I'm going to sound so weird when I say this, but you cannot go around and be with things that do not make sense. If they're not, like, okay, dishonor, right, is disrespect. We're not going to go to a job that treats us like dirt and pay us a lot of money. This is why I say y'all better watch where you're working at. Okay, I had a job and I had to deal with somebody that was really difficult, right? So let's say that. I'm not going to get into like the details of what the job was, but I had to deal with somebody very difficult. Mind you guys, I was like a guardian. I worked 2 jobs. So one of the jobs was retail. I can say that. The other job was me taking care of like a lot of things and dealing with difficult people. And this difficult person used to give me scars and scratches and bruises. And I'd go to school because I had night classes at the time. I had college, right? And I was just like, at this point, I don't have it in me to cover it up. It's hot. It's Texas. If you see the bruises, you see the bruises, man. I fell down the stairs. I got hit at work, okay? Like, I'm in a fight club. Let's Let's make it interesting, right? Oh yeah, you should see the other guy. Yes, making fun of my bruises is not a really cute thing, but I deal with a lot of things through jokes. Humor is my mechanism, if you will. Anywho, what I'm trying to say is that even though they paid me a lot of money to deal with people, especially a Pacific person, I couldn't handle it. You know what I mean? Like there's sometimes the money is not enough to deal with half the things they ask you to do. The disrespect was too much. The discord, discord is just dysfunctional energy. It is, I want you guys to think of like being dipped in honey, getting out of honey, having feathers and rocks and stuff stick to you and mud all over you, and it's very uncomfortable, and you're trying to pull it out, but the honey got hard, so it's pulling your skin. It's sticky, uncomfortable, messy, stressful, overwhelming. That's discord. That's what that is. That's what it feels like, okay? That's what it feels like. And hollow victories is letting go. Hollow victories are bittersweet. So as a lot of you guys know, I was in a narcissistic relationship when I was really young. I got out of it in the middle of my like beginning adult ages, right? Because again, it's just a really funky situation. That being said, it was really nice not to have to deal with the narcissistic abuse anymore. But it really sucked because I couldn't take the one that I was guarding, right? The child that I was having, not my child, but a child, with me. I couldn't take them with me. And it sucked because I was like, I don't have to deal with the abuse anymore, but I can't protect them from the abuse anymore. Like, I can't be the shield that blocks out all the nastiness. I can't be the one that's protecting them from all the shenanigans and BS that's going on. And that's a hollow victory. You have to let go, but you don't want to. And it leaves you in like I'm happy I don't have to deal with it anymore, but at the same time, I wish it ended up different. It's bitter and it's sweet. It's a hollow victory, okay? So do not get jobs. Like, here's the thing. If your finance is trying to go over there and grow it, don't be more organized, okay? That's all I can say. Be organized. Don't be in situations. Teamwork. I'm sorry, did you guys see that? I go so fast sometimes. All right. Anyways, teamwork, which again is what is popped up for your biggest obstacle that you guys are going to have to face is teamwork, okay? Now, for your finance, you want encouragement and you want to be able to enjoy all the hard work. It's causing you to have resentment because it's not going the way that you want to. I just feel like if you're having encouragement, there shouldn't be any resentment unless you just don't feel like you're worthy enough, Scorpio, because y'all are hard on yourselves. Y'all are. Y'all push yourself so hard. You guys want to be the very best. At the same time, you don't always feel like you're worthy. And here's the thing. You're worthy just like anybody else's. You know what I mean? So, like, y'all going around feeling like y'all not good enough, that's just something that's not going to go. Okay? We're not about to do all that. You are worthy to get all the things that you want. You need to work on savings. Do not be put into situations where overspending and not having enough. If you live with somebody, Scorpio, who is living with a roommate, living with your partner, right? Your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your significant other, your partner in crime, whoever she, he, or they may be, right? Whoever. Y'all are 50-50 in it, okay? It is okay to pay half of everything until you guys grow up and be able to get it on your own. It is okay to have your own savings account. Men, women, and people. We're gonna have financial videos after I'm done doing this. So like, while you guys are waiting for Scorpio's 2025 year reading, fear not. We're gonna have a bunch of other stuff coming in, okay? But like I'm saying, a lot of people are gonna bust my chops. What do you mean 50-50? A man is supposed to pay for everything. No, she's supposed to have everything on her own. Listen here. Have you guys Listen, I know that I'm visually impaired, okay? I know that I don't see so well, even with these glasses on. I get it. I do. My glaucoma's been kicking my butt. But I've been kicking it back, right? If you get it, you get it. Anywho, bills and like the price of everything is not even, it's such a joke that it's not even funny, okay? So if you guys are working together, having your own home, paying 50-50, I pay half of every bill, you pay the other half of every bill, we save money on the side, that is okay. Do not hate yourself because you have to work on being financially savvy. You have to be smart, honey. Okay? At the same time, both of you guys should have a little savings for you guys alone. Like Scorpio, you have your little savings, your partner, your family have their little savings, and y'all have a little money for yourself, okay? That's fine. Now, I know I'm going to get a lot of pushback here, there, and what's what, right? I know I'm going to get it. But, really now? I just want to understand. So, I'm not supposed to be able to do anything because I'm just supposed to magically have enough money to pay for all my bills. Now, maybe in 2017 or 2015 or 2010, that could have been a possibility, okay? Because the prices back then versus the prices now, like, bro, it's crazy. It doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm good for a nice joke, but this is a joke that just doesn't add up. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so crazy. So if you need to share and split things in half, do so. If you can pay half and your family pays half, that's fine. If you are living on your own, right? And you're just trying to make it and you're doing paycheck to paycheck and you got to have another side job, that is fine. I want you guys to understand you're doing what you can to survive in a world that is, forgive me for my French, fucked up. All right? Eggs are $6. Milk is like $7. Rent is going high every $1,000 or every $100 or so. You have to decide whether to have light or water. Which bills are you going to pay today? If you have a car, what can you try to live without in your car to make sure that you survive for the next month? Like inflation's, the way that things are being run, the way that the world is right now, it's insane. It's insane. So if you guys are hating yourself because you don't feel like you're good enough, you're not doing enough, you are. Let go of the anger on yourself and try to not be angry, right? You got the right to be pissed the fuck off, but you don't have the right to hold on to it and use it to hurt yourself and others. I'm upset, all right? Having your own business is really tricky to navigate. And again, I've been here for about a year, right? It's been a year and like 2 months now of me having Marikuma healing. So it's knowing, like people know what my business is here and there, but having to grow it takes time. It's like growing a tree. Trees take a few years to get really big, to have fruit and to be prosperous, right? It takes time. Just like it takes time to let go of all the things that you think you're supposed to do, all right? When you're an adult versus when you're a kid. When you're a kid, you don't understand the pressures of being an adult. When you're an adult, like when you get to like 18, 19 and you start doing adult shit and you're adulting, it is freaking complex because you're out here, right? Trying to make it out, trying to understand how to do bills, how to do taxes, how to save, how to finesse, how to work hard, this, that, and the third. And it's just like, it's so stressful, okay? Don't hate yourself because you don't feel like you're doing a good enough job. Are you doing your best? Yes, you are. Are you working your butt off trying to find things that will fall in place, help you out? Yes. Do you need to have maybe more than one job? Yes. But it's because in this darn age, this is what this world, this is what this era, right? This year, this present moment demands us to do. We are working 2 or 3 jobs to try to make a living. And you're lucky if you don't have to do that. But when you're not, and you only have one job, it demands sacrifice of your mind, soul, body, and everything. And it can cause a lot of anger and buildup. Be able to have, like, I want you guys to encourage yourself and be with people that encourage you. I don't want you to be in situations that don't make sense. And I don't want you to feel like you're not good enough. You are doing your very best, okay? Ask for help. Teamwork will help you with your finance. Okay? Get the people that can do it, that are great, A-okay, don't worry about it, forget it, yeah, I got you kind of thing, okay? Don't be going around for people who just don't know what they're doing. Honey, no. Now, that being said, we're going to go into your, excuse me. We're going to go into your love life, okay? Oh my golly. My golly, Miss Molly. I took care of a guy that used to say that all the time. Mr. J was super cool, bro. He'd be like, my golly, Miss Molly. I'm like, I'm going to steal that because it's cute. Anywho, your love life, honey, is represented by emotions and empathy. Your love life, unlike your financial life, is nice. Okay, so I'm really happy and proud. This is caused because of powerlessness, of being open, being able to be like A, B, C, and 1, 2, 3. This is what I want in a relationship. This is who I'm looking for. Being open to yourself and to others. You need to have some form of vulnerability, okay? And I've learned this. Like, you don't think I had a lot of jobs, man. I also had a lot of relationships, so I know something. Like, I've learned a few things along the way, okay? All right. Anywho, you guys know that I like being silly, but I also am honest, right? I try to be honest on these videos and let you guys know the real. Anywho, being powerless and open in a relationship is great. Building up that vulnerability, like, look, if you guys want a good relationship, there has to be some form of honesty. But what if I don't want to tell them everything? Then be open. Be like, look, there's some things in this relationship you're going to ask me that I don't want to answer. Like, I don't want to talk about my past, I'll just tell my partner, like, look, I love you. We've been together for a while. There's some things that I don't talk about. I don't really talk about my past, because my past is not a pleasant place to talk about. Like, I've had really good things happen to me, but I also had some very unpleasant things happen to me. And I don't like talking about those experiences. So there's some things I won't tell you. And I want you guys to understand that I love you. You're my honey bun, you're my apple of my eye, and I'll always be there for you. But there's some things I won't say. And it's just something that you're going to have to be okay with, You don't have to be open about all your origin. You just have to be honest. You can't lie in a relationship. Because if you build a relationship off a lie, you have to stick with that lie. That'd be like me saying that I have 20/20 vision and I can drive. It's just I prefer not to. Truth is, I can't see that well. I have no peripheral vision, okay? And by the grace of the gods and goddesses and divine entities maybe, I don't have tunnel yet, okay? And I don't think I will, but it's right here. This is it, okay? This is it. When you're driving, you need to be able to see a little bit more wider. I can't, bro. I will overpass somebody. I don't want to hurt anybody on the road. So naturally, I'm not going to go there and be like, oh yeah, let me have behind the wheels. Let me show you, da, da, da. Listen, I ain't crazy, bro. I'm not going to do that. That's just something I'll be honest with. Like, look, there's some things I can do, some things I can't. Because A, B, C, and 1, 2, 3. You need to be able to also love each other. So for your love life, you guys are being open and honest. This is allowing you guys to have deep attraction because you're learning to love each other on another level. At the same time, stinginess and possessiveness is the outcome. I want you guys to understand, okay? Because we're going to pull in extra onto where the stinginess is coming from. Dependability and practicality. So you're being stingy. You're being stingy on who you're with. You're not going to tolerate people that don't make sense. That's who you're being controlling about. Listen, if I let you in my... It's kind of like this. If I let you in my life, you better not be on this BS bologna sandwich. Don't come up here with this shirt, bro. Don't come up here with your nonsense. If we're in this for the real, okay? It's you and I against the world. Your bologna sandwich is my bologna sandwich, and my bologna sandwich is your bologna sandwich. We're in this together, kind of thing. So you're being stingy and possessive, or you guys are both being this way due to practicality and dependability, which is also going to help you guys for your teamwork. You need practical and dependable people. We are not getting some random person being like, okay, well, this is the first person I found, so you're going to help me with my problem. Listen, are you qualified? Are you certified? Can you handle this? If you can't handle this, bye. Girl, ain't nobody got time for that. But you're also going to have to be wise, patient, and diplomatic. With the King of Hearts, this is what's going to help you find practical and dependable people, which is causing you to be very stingy and very possessive. You want to be surrounded by people that make sense, that are smart, that are practical, that are wise, that are patient. You don't want to deal with some impulsive, immature, unreliable, wacky person. You don't want to deal with that. If you're going to be with me, then you're going to have to be for me. And I will be there for you. Like, if you give me, like, here's my thing, okay? Because I'm kind of the same way. I will love you no matter what. So long as you're honest, you treat people with respect, you're not abusing people, children, and animals, it's cool. Because I want somebody that accepts me for who I am and what I am, right? Not just for my business, not for the status quo, not for the money, not for the materialistic things, for the real. Okay? And I will do the same. So, what is your outcome for your love relationship? Organization, cleverness, and intelligence. So you guys are really taking your time. Okay, for those of you guys in a relationship, this is good. Because you guys do have deep attraction. There is some vulnerability. There's openness to it. But you're very picky about who's going to be with you and who's not going to be with you. You're not settling for less. And your emotions and empathy are not going to be it's not free. You know what I mean? Like, just because I'm a nice and kind person, it's like me, okay? I'll say it this way. Just because I talk about positive energy and living your life does not mean that I'm going to take BS, okay? Yes, I believe in positive flow. No, I am not going to be somebody that you're just going to overtake and dominate and take advantage of. Like, listen here, baby, I worked too hard on myself to get this kind of confidence to ever go back to not believing in my worth. That's the same thing for your love life, honey. Okay? You're going to be open and honest. There is going to be an attraction and an understanding and a deep level of love, right? Because you guys have attraction and you guys have vulnerability combined with it. But at the same time, nobody's settling for less. You want people who are by your side, who are loyal, who are trustworthy, who are it, who can be able to compromise, who think before they act, and who are patient, as well as somebody who is organized, who is clever, and who has intelligence, not some dumb person. So I'm really happy for you guys. I am, you know? Okay. Sorry guys, I'm putting up my cards. All right. Actually, let's just put it like that. Okie dokie. Now we're going to tackle your family, but just in a second, okay? Thank you guys. Okay. So I got myself something to eat. So I'm going to be eating and doing these readings, okay? All right. Next up, let's get into your family. Your family is represented as loss and despair. So when it comes to this, it's kind of like just feeling out of control, kind of sad, confused kind of thing, you know? I don't get it. Family can be really stressful. I mean, we all love our family, don't get me wrong. But sometimes our family gets on our nerves. I know I get on my family's nerves sometimes, so, you know. Let's get into it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm being really bad. Okay. Join company celebration and friendship. Yeah, join company friendship and celebration. So this is what's causing you loss and despair. You just don't have family that you can enjoy with, or independence and self-reliance. So standing on your ground and being able to have confidence in yourself is going to help you find people that are supposed to be around you. I guess that makes sense. You won't be dependent on other people. I should get into it in just a second. Romance and new friendship. Let's get into it, all right? So the reason why you're having loss and despair for family is due to joy and company celebration and friendship. So it's not people that, there's some people in your family that is not really family friendly. You know what I mean? Like they don't really treat you like you're part of the group. They always make you feel left out. They give you a lot of confusion and drama and stress. And I think you're learning to be more independent and stand on your own feet. So that way you're not relying, just because we're family doesn't mean that I'm going to tolerate your disrespect. Because I don't see you enjoying, like here's the thing. If you're having loss and despair, right? I don't see you guys just going out there enjoying people and then just feeling really out of sorts unless something happened or somebody's making you feel out of place, but you don't want to go over there and give them the satisfaction, or you just don't want for other people to feel worried and stressed because you're not having fun, right? So you're learning to stand on your own feet, rely on yourself, so that way you're not, like, here's the thing. I said this like at least 4 or 5 times, I know, but what I'm trying to say is that I am a big believer of family, all right? I do. I believe that family is very important, but you don't deserve to be disrespected because we're family. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, all right? I have blocked out a lot of people that were supposed to be my family. I have. Throughout the 29 years of living, I have blocked quite a few people. I have gone no communication, and I haven't talked to some of them in like 16, 15 years, okay? Because they had their chance. They were causing a lot of drama. And they didn't really think that I would value my peace of mind over this baloney that they're trying to put on, right? Now, I get that some of y'all are raised to never, ever, ever abandon family. I get that because I'm Ugandan, okay? And Uganda is in Africa. We're in the east side of Africa, not the west. And a lot of cultures, both like all around the world, really, right? In the States, Canada, Mexico, South America, Europe, Asia, India, Africa, the Arctics. Family is really important. You stick together no matter what. But some people that are supposed to be your family will use and abuse you, will lie to you, will treat you nasty, and they expect you to tolerate it because we're blood. Toxic is toxic. Nasty is nasty. Negative is negative, all right? Whether you share the same blood as me or I once considered you as mine, right? Listen, you don't have to tolerate people's BS because they're family. If they're causing you distress and they're causing you drama and problems, it's okay, Scorpio, to cut them off. It's a hard thing. It is not fun. You don't want to do it, and you're going to feel guilty about it for a little bit. But then you're going to understand that they were not worth your time, and that it's rather for me to be able to stand on my own feet with people that will support me, celebrate me, be there for me, than having to be stuck with fake people. So I feel like some of you guys have fake families, and y'all are learning to let them go. Okay? At the same time, your outcome is going to be romantic and new friends. So you're going to find new people to have a bond with, okay? Now, I'm not saying you're going to have a romantic, intense relationship with a family member. Gross. But I am going to say that you're going to find people that you're going to love and admire and connect with because you're letting go of bad people that no longer suit you. Okay, like for example, my family is it's kind of in the medium, okay? Like it's big in a sense, but at the same time, it's very medium-sized family. So there are some people that I talk to, and there's some people I don't talk to, like I stated before. Like I just, look, you had your chance. I gave you infinite possibilities. Every time I give you a chance, you keep stabbing me in the back. So I'm okay being the villain of your story, bro. Like romance and new friendship, you're going to meet new people that are going to treat you right because you're learning what you want. What you want in your life, Scorpio, is important. Go for it. Don't feel bad because, oh, so-and-so said this and so said that and what, so forth and so on, honey. Honey, don't do it. Do not do it. I know this sounds crazy, but I just need to make sure that I have the right deck. I believe that I do. I really, truly do. Just double checking. Yep, I got it. Cool. All right. Now, let's get into your friendship, okay? Your friendship is represented as vulnerable, so powerless, open, okay? So what's up with Scorpio's friendship? What is up with Scorpio's friendship? Ooh. Okay. So, attention to detail, focus, and practice, followed by spiritual growth and satisfaction. All right. I guess I guess it makes sense. If you're learning how to stand on your own, you're also learning, like, you know, to deal with some nasty habits that y'all got. Hard work and reliability. Yeah. This way I do not get side swaddled. So, because you're paying attention to detail, focus, and practice, you're putting time, energy, and effort into making sure that your friendship is real. Okay? That it's open and that it's honest. At the same time, spiritual growth and satisfaction. So let's get into satisfaction first, okay? Satisfaction is not finding satisfaction in others. I do not, here's the thing. I don't think the older generations meant to teach us this. But if you're like me, you're a 90s kid, right? Early 2000s, 80s, 70s, and below, okay? Anybody that's kind of around 2010 and back, okay? Because some of the 2010s that were born there were raised by the millennials and the Gen X's and all that. And you guys were taught that you need to find somebody, right? You need to find somebody that makes you happy. You need to be with somebody that makes you smile. But we're not taught that we have to be our own happiness, okay? Like my mom, bless her heart. And I mean it, my mom works hard and she does a lot of stuff and she's like my confidant. She like my golden girl, right? Her and my sister and my grandfather are like the most high that I can think of. And my mom always told us that you should be with somebody that makes you happy. You should have someone that makes you smile. You should have somebody that always brings you joy in your life. And it was kind of put on that I have to find somebody that makes me happy instead of finding my own happiness. When you get older, right? When you get into the adulting stage of your life, you learn that you can't find somebody to make you happy. They're not in charge of your joy. Because if that's the case, then you're in charge to make them happy. I'm supposed to make my partner, whoever she or he or they may be, right? Whoever I may be with, happy. Because that's my job. No, my job in a relationship is to treat you with respect, to build with you, to go through the good, the bad, and the ugly, and for us to always stick together and work things out, right? But I'm not going to make you happy all the time. You're not going to make me happy all the time. Happiness and satisfaction is within. Okay, satisfaction is like enjoying the sunny day, having a little treat. If you're like me, right? I love gin. I do. I do not drink a lot. I drink like maybe once in a while. But like on my birthday, I'll have like a nice glass of wine and gin, and I'll have like a little chocolate cake, maybe some like sharam and baklava and a little bit of wine. And those are just my little happiness. Like, okay, I'm enjoying the food that I like. I'm outside. I'm with the earth, right? I'm with nature. I'm looking at the moon and the stars. And it's just a peaceful, like I have happiness around me that makes me satisfied. And yes, I get to enjoy with people that I care about. But I'm not going over there saying that thou shalt make me happy. You have to find your own happiness and you have to be satisfied with the little things. The little things go a long way. Okay? Now, when it comes to spiritual growth, let's get into that. Being in the spiritual growth is a constant evolution. Okay? I've been on this journey for 5 years. And out of the 5 years of me being on this spiritual journey, I have learned through spiritual growth that I have to embrace all of me. All right? I have to embrace all of me. I have to love my bad with my good, with my weird, with my quirky, with my uneasy. And I also have to take responsibility and own my actions to my nasty habits. Like, when I was learning about why I'm so angry, where is this aggression coming from? Why am I not expressing myself like I'm supposed to? Why can't I open up? Because I taught myself and I was raised with bad habits. Now, again, my parents did the best they could, okay? I don't hate my mom and I don't hate my dad, but life was a learning experience for all of us, right? Because your parents, like, okay, just like it's your first time to have a parent, it's the excuse me, guys. It's also the first time for them to have kids. And my mom was really young when she had me, right? Again, not making an entire excuse, just saying that through that experience, my mom learned how to deal with children because I'm the oldest, okay? I'm the second oldest if we join the family together, but I'm the oldest on my mom's side. And it took a lot of practice to be like, how do I discipline this child? How do I become patient? And through the years, she learned how to be a phenomenal mom. But it took a lot of practice. It took a lot of time. It took a lot of learning and relearning. Spiritual growth is not about being perfect. It's about relishing and embracing your imperfections, embracing the messy, embracing the dark, embracing the disturbing, and also correcting yourself for bad habits that you picked up along the way. When you're surviving, when you're learning, when you're adapting, your parents try to teach you the best way that they can. Now, if your parent is good, they will admit to you later on in life that they're sorry, that they may have taught you the wrong things, that if they hurt you, that was not their intent, and they're sorry that they made you feel that way. Well, some parents can't understand why their kid ain't talking to them because y'all haven't taken responsibility for the messed up stuff that you've done to them. Okay? Some parents have done a great job on their kids. Some parents were just trying to make it happen. I don't know any more than you do, bro, but we're going to figure it out together. You and I, baby, are against the world. As we learn, we pick up things. So to just simplify it, right? Shadow work is really important for your spiritual growth. You need to embrace your shadow. You need to embrace the insecurities. You need to embrace the stuff you don't like about yourself. Love yourself and move on. Let go of bad habits. Everybody has a bad habit. I had a bad habit. I was a notorious people pleaser. And I was really hot-headed. Okay? I learned to calm myself down and be like, look, at the end of the day, baby, you're going to do what you want to do. But I'm not for this. I'm not for that. I don't like this. I think you should try that. But do what you will. I will support you. I'm just letting you know on my side, that's not cool. Okay? It takes a lot of hard work and reliability. Make sure that you are allowing people to be there for you as well as you're working for yourself. Okay, like what works for me? Is this the kind of person I want to hang out with? This person gossips about everybody. Is that the person I really want to hang out with? Because I know that when I hang out with them, they're going to gossip about my problems, my things, my situations. And is that somebody that I really want in my life? No. And that is okay. All right. Okay. Getting my cards in a row. We are going to talk about your spiritual baby. Okay? Alrighty. Your spiritual is great wealth and inheritance. Let's go, bro. So what's the cause? Please let it be like a 6 of diamonds, man. A 6 of diamonds would be so nice. I'm most likely going to make myself some coffee after this. Y'all are going to... We're... I know we're an hour in, right? But, like, we still have quite a bit to go. All right. So, endurance, diligence, and strength. Yeah, is why we're having great wealth and inheritance. So again, effort, time, and energy. I'm making sure that I'm pushing towards, working for, and putting in all my time, energy, and effort to get this thing. Okay. Juggling resources and waiting on results. So putting yourself out there and making sure, again, you're not putting yourself into one thing. Okay. We have card readings, we have palm readings, we have advice and counseling. We're doing videos about our mind, body, and soul, life advice. Okay. How to not karate kick somebody in the face, but how to also put them in their place. Okay. I don't know, bro. Like, when I get a lot into this, I think I'll have like cute little t-shirts that just have catchy slogans like, hey, it's against the law to kick somebody in the face, but it's not against the law to put them in their place. Like, hey, just read the t-shirt, man. Read the t-shirt. I may not be able to go Bruce Lee on you, but stay in your lane. You know, in the back of the t-shirt be like, stay in your lane. Don't be a pain. You know, it's silly. It's silly. It's cringy, but it's silly, okay? Y'all think I'm being ridiculous now, but just wait. There's going to be little t-shirts from Marikuma Healing with little slogans. Okay. So nightmare, problems, worry, and guilt is what we're going to have out of this. All right. I love y'all, right? I always say that before I tell you guys what's what, because I don't want y'all to think that I'm just out here busting your cap, out here being a pain. Yes, I'm really happy that you guys are putting time, energy, and effort to getting great wealth and inheritance, okay? That's great. Go after your goals. Juggle those resources. But, like I said, for your job outlook, do not kill yourself for the name of the dollar. A majority of us worldwide are on an endless rat wheel to get money. Like, okay, this is coming from a woman who is just like, again, I'm me, right? I'm the owner of Marikuma Healing. I'm the employee of Marikuma Healing. Like, it's just me doing all these things, okay? Because again, my business just started. So this is coming from a businesswoman in the making. I used to work for companies. I used to work for other people. And what I realized is that worldwide, we are killing ourselves to make money, to pay for bills that we don't even get to see. Like, when I was working my crazy hours, right? I never got to really see my home, but I was paying bills like I was living there. I'm like, you know what? This is ridiculous. I promise you, like, if I could, I think if I could go back in time, I would have just stayed at hotels. I would just had, like, 2 weeks of a hotel and be like, look, I'm paying 2 weeks of this, and I'll just, like, pay it constantly over there, because it's a lot cheaper to me just bunking it at somewhere else and having to buy my house at the time, and try to pay for the bills and the rents, which is really easy. It's just like I never got time to get off of work to go down and actually pay them. And I can't use Cash App and things. I had to, like, use a check or whatever. And I just never got off of work to pay them. So it's just like, why am I killing myself to make money that barely covers for anything? And then at the same time, now that everything is even more expensive, right? It's wild. It's freaking wild, man. Like, the money that I used to make is not even enough for what I need, It causes a lot of worry. It causes a lot of problem. You feel guilty. You don't feel like you're good enough. Do what you can. Work what you have. Break. Rest. Use people. You have people that love you, Scorpio, that will help you. Use teamwork to help you out in these difficult situations. Yes, push, fight, work hard, but at the same time, rest, recharge, and go. Okay, you need to rest, relax, recharge, reload, and then keep on going. You can't just go on empty fumes, okay? Because you're going to stress yourself out and you're going to wreck yourself, baby. You're going to just wreck yourself. Don't do that. Okay. Now let's get into what last month, this month, and next month's going to be about. It is all going to be about new insight and realization. All right. So new insight, realization is what January. That's right, because January is such a thing. Oh my God. No, January, February, and March, my lords. Ooh. See? Teamwork. We popped this thing up 5 times now, which is going to be your obstacle, baby. You guys are going to struggle on teamwork, but you guys are going to learn that teamwork makes the dream work. Okay. What's going to be helping you with that? Victory and achievements. All right. Woo. Communication, ethics, and introspection. I'm really happy. And they all make sense. They do. All right, let's get into, oh, Christ. Oh my golly, Miss Molly. Okay, no, it was you. Okay, so the reason why these first 3 months are all about new insight realization is due to teamwork. So you're learning who works for you, who doesn't work for you. What can you do on your own and depend on yourself for, and what do you need some assistance with, okay? I'm a Virgo. I totally understand the difficultness of asking for help. I have gotten better. Like, here's the thing. I am happy to help other people. Whatever you need, man. You need help moving that couch? Say less. I got you. You need advice on this, that, and the third? You came to the right person. But when I need help, right? When I need assistance, when I need like a helping hand, I used to be really bad at asking for help. Now I do. I'm like, look, I don't want to be a bother. I really hate to, be a nuisance, but do you think you can help me with this, that, and the third? I'd really appreciate it. Again, I understand if you can't do it. Like, it's a lot better than before, okay? That's what I can say. But while you're using teamwork with new insight and realization, seeing people for who they are, what they can be, and how it's going to happen, where it's going, you'll be able to have victory and achievements, okay? And also, you'll be learning how to communicate. Communication, how I express myself to you, how you express yourself to me. We're talking and listening. When you talk, I listen. I hear what you're saying to me. And I try to understand and be able to really hear and see you. At the same time, when I'm talking to you, you're hearing and listening to me. You're understanding and trying to get what I'm trying to tell you, how I'm feeling, and things that nature, right? It's a give and take. Now, ethics. Ethics, for me to simply put it, is the great question. Would you kill 5 people to save humanity? And everybody be like, yeah, I killed 5 people to save humanity. But what if those 5 people were your family? What if it was your children? What if you had 5 kids and you had to kill all of them to save humanity? What if you can choose, right? What if you did A, B, and C and it ended up GHI or whatever, right? The thing is that it's always the great question. It's the lesser of the 2 evils. Some of it is black and white. Some of it is like, okay, stealing is wrong. But then it gets to, well, if you're stealing to support your family, is it really wrong? I mean, yeah, you did a bad thing, but you're doing it for a good reason. You didn't have enough money and you had to steal and rob because you had to support your family who's sick, because people are not helping you. And it pushed you to this. Like, it's never black and white. It's shades and varies of gray. All right. Now, that being said, that's ethics. Where does your character code lie? Where does your morals lie? Okay, that's ethics. Now, introspection. Like I said, when it came to spiritual growth, you are learning yourself. When I was younger, why I was so messed up and cathartic and unhealed and very traumatized was because I didn't deal with the pain. The pain turned into fear, which turned into anger, which turned into sadness and rage, which turned into unhinged. Until I learned how to deal with the pain and the trauma and the abuse, I was not going to go anywhere pleasant. I was not going to be the best version of myself because I was my worst enemy, okay? Introspection is understanding the root of yourself, of your character, and seeing if it's going to manifest as something beautiful or get into something nasty, okay? All right. Now, we'll leave this out in case there's some repetition, which I feel like there might be. What is April, May, and June going to be about, baby? So the next 3 months, right? After March. April, May, and June is all about organization, cleverness, and intelligence, all right? I'm going to be neat. I'm going to get myself together. I'm going to be smart. Okay, let's use cleverness for mental intelligence. Cleverness is looking at it this way. Just because I have a problem doesn't mean I only have one solution. I have infinite solutions to solve this one problem. One solution can solve many problems. If you think of it that way, you can overcome a lot of obstacles, situations, and hardship because you're not looking at the problem and only seeing one thing. You're looking at it at different angles. Like, okay, if I try this approach, this may actually help with that. Then I can connect that to here and it will be fine, right? All right. Now, physical intelligence, okay, is body mechanics. Body mechanics is all about how to work your body without killing yourself. When I did nursing, on a good day, guys, okay, because like my weight, I have high metabolism, but I don't eat as much because like sometimes I forget to eat. And I know that sounds really silly because like, how do you forget to eat? I mean, how do you go a whole day without eating? Because I assume that I'm going to do it later and then it gets late and then I'm out here being like, well, you know, I'll just eat a little bit here and there. And then I drop my weight really fast, okay? Anywho, on a good day, I'm 130, okay? On a bad day, I'm like 110. Now, when I did nursing, I have to lift people who are like 200, 300, 400, okay? They have to use me to lift themselves up. I have to support them. And we do physical therapy. We walk around, work our bodies, do exercises, OT, stretches, and things of that nature, right? We have to go from the bed to the couch or the couch to the chair to the commode or whatever. And I have to be able to be strong enough to support them and myself, okay? So I had to be able to work my body to where I can balance their weight and my weight without hurting them or hurting myself. Because if I can't do that, then I risk dropping them or hurting them, and I feel really bad about that. So that's physical intelligence. We talked about mental intelligence, not emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is having empathy and understanding to other people's situations and things. Because this person had a tough situation, they may be a little bit pissed off. They may be a little angry. And that's really hard to deal with, you know what I mean? So that being said, we can't just have a bunch of people who are not compassionate and kind, because if we have a world of uncompassionate, kind people, then we don't have people really trying to understand others, okay? And people, whether we like to admit to it or not, we act a lot of times off of our feelings. If we're happy, we tend to be more generous and more open. If we had a bad day, we tend to be more standoffish and closed. If we're angry, we tend to be a little bit hostile and pissed offish. Depending on the feeling is depending on the mood, which is depending on the action, okay? Now, spiritual intelligence. The easiest way I can describe that is that if it's not worth, like, here's the thing. If I have to feel small for you to feel tall, it's not my time at all. Like, you're not worth my time, bro, because we work too hard on ourselves, baby, to love ourselves, to embrace ourselves, and then get stuck with people who are not worth our time. Girl, please. Ain't nobody got time for that. Now, the reason why you're having intelligence, organization, and cleverness is due to loss of position, job, and money. All right? So you're getting rid of old stuff to have new things. Loss and despair is what's going to help you out. Mind you, we just tackled this for your family. Okay? Now, when it comes to loss and despair, I want to say what I'm feeling off of it and how I'm seeing it play out, right? Is like, I'm looking for a new job and a new thing to do, but I may feel overwhelmed and sad because I'm like, what if I never find the right one? If it's stressful, don't go for it. If it brings you peace of mind, if your body is completely calm, just like, just peaceful, okay? It's for you. If you're nervous, anxious, something feels off, it doesn't feel right, it's not for you. Your body, your intuition is saying, yo, bro, it's a no-go. It's a no-go. Don't do it. Do not go through it. No. Now, what's the end point? What is the outcome? Competition and disagreement. All right, you can use competition. Y'all had like 3 5s in a row, bro. I know I would have gotten something out of that. Okay. Sorry. Just 2 rounds. Anyways. Okay, so you're going to have to be neat, okay? When you guys are about to make a move on a new job or a new project, look at it, analyze it, think about it, and then go for it. Don't just jump on the first thing. Think about like, yo, is this going to benefit me? Is this going to do good for me? Am I going to get what I deserve? Like, am I going to get enough money? Am I going to be paid well? Will they respect that I have this amount of experience? Will I be treated accordingly? If your body is not with it, do not go. If your mind and your heart is not for it, do not go. It's not for you, okay? At the same time, jobs can be very demanding and there can be a lot of competition in it. Projects can be very demanding. New things can be very demanding. So it's going to require you to buckle down and fight hard. Make sure that you're not into a new project, new job, new thing that's over competitive, where you have to dominate and control everybody. Okay? Don't do that. But make sure that you're using competition to lift you. Make sure it's a fun game that you can use to build yourself up, to climb and thrive and all that, all right? Okay. So yeah, April, May, and June is going to be really testing you guys. And that's all right. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay. It's just that it can go far. It can be too much. Some people take their competitions and disagreements too far, and they end up hurting people instead of helping. So be careful, okay? All right, strong belief, defense, and conviction. Strong belief is not always religious, guys. I'm just going to be honest with you. You do not have to go to a church, go to a temple, go to, a mosque, and just tap into the higher powers maybe. Strong belief is your character code. A lot of this ties into here's the thing. So far, what I can say is that if it doesn't go for your character, if it doesn't resonate with you, don't do it. Okay, I'm looking at you. Seriously. Because I want you to hear me when I say this. If it is not for you, do not force it. If you are feeling stressed when you come into this place, something feels off, you're not relaxed, you don't you just know that something isn't right, don't do it. Go for places that will appreciate you, be with people that will respect you, and have things that resonate with you, okay? Now, what's up with the strong belief for July, August, and September. What's up with that? Communication, ethics, and introspection. So communication, ethics, and introspection is why we're having strong belief. Again, how we communicate with ourselves. How do we resonate with others? What is our character code? Where's our morals at? Understanding what works for us and what doesn't work for us. Stinginess and possessiveness. I feel like when it comes to controlling people, y'all are not really trying to boss people around. You're just very picky about who comes to your circle and who isn't. Like, look, if it looks like BS and it smells like BS and it talks and walks like BS, it's mostly bologna sandwich. All right? So, no, we're not dealing with that. Okay, quite a few of you guys popped out, so King of Diamonds, I think. Ooh! Wisdom, patience, and diplomacy. All right. You're going to have to be wise, patient, and diplomatic with yourself, as well as for others. I want you guys to understand, not everybody is full of shirt, okay? But the thing is that when it comes down to it, okay, people are not always going to make you happy, even though you love and care for them. Like my partner, whoever they may be, right? Whoever I may be with, is not always going to make me happy. But just because they don't make me happy doesn't mean that they're bad. It just means that they're not going to be my favorite person to be around all day long. Sometimes we're going to get on each other's nerves, and that's fine. Okay? But I have to be patient with my partner. I need to be patient with myself. Hold on, guys. Thank you, guys. They're doing construction, so since my room is upstairs, I have to go downstairs to check to see if anyone's calling or asking for me. Anyways, yeah, like I was saying, you guys are very controlling and very picky on who is in your circle and who isn't. That's not a bad thing, okay? You guys just don't want to waste your time with unrealistic and unreliable people. At the same time, you need to be patient because, again, not everybody's going to make you happy. All right? There's going to be times where you guys are going to have butting heads and indifferences and all that, and you're just going to have to be like, okay, I agree to disagree. When it comes to politics, I agree to disagree. Okay? And that's fine. I respect your opinion to believe what you believe. I may not agree with it, but I'm not going to go over there and crucify you because you don't believe what I believe and you don't do what I do. Listen, we're all adults. We're all adults here, okay? Ain't nobody got time for all that. So agree to disagree will help you guys a lot. Combining ideas, being able to think outside the box, being able to do both ideas for the same thing. It's okay. When it comes to diplomacy, it's all about meeting in the middle, okay? All right. Now, that being said, let's get into October, November, and December, okay? Okay. All right. Okay, October, November, and December. Sorry, I didn't show you guys. It's the Ten of Hearts. So family, contentment, and joy. What is the cause of this? Spiritual growth and satisfaction. So working on yourself, understanding yourself in a better way can also help you attract people who are meant to have you, okay? Okay, what's going to help you with that? Resentment and a turning point. Let go of the resentments of yourself. Let go of the anger that you have with yourself and others, okay? Just because you let go of the anger does not mean that you forgive them. You're not like, oh, well, because I let go of my anger against them, does that mean I have to forgive them? No. I've let go of quite a few people that I was upset with, but it doesn't mean that I forgive them. It just means that they no longer control me. You know, if anything from my teachings, I will always teach you guys to forgive yourself before you forgive others. Okay? Some people deserve it and some people do not. All right, what's the outcome for October, November, and December? Leadership and exploration, taking charge of your life, trying new things. All right. So for you to find people that are meant to be with you, you are going to be learning how to find your own happiness, and you're going to be working on yourself. You're going to have spiritual growth in the sense like, I understand there's some habits that I need to break for myself, but at the same time, what do I want in my life? Who do I want to be in my life? Where do I want to be? And I'm going to go after it. I'm going to let go of the anger and the hates that I have against me, feeling like I'm not good enough. I'm never going to be this, that, and the third. Listen here. Listen. All right? Yes, you are worthy of doing amazing, bomb-diggity things, but you got to believe in yourself. And you also have to work on your insecurities, because when you work on your insecurities, nobody can use that against you. Okay? Now, I'm taking leadership. Take charge of your life. Live your life for yourself, at the same time exploring, try new things. Save money and see the world. You may like what you see, okay? Now, that being said, we are going to talk about your struggles, your points of how to help that out, and so forth and so on, okay? So your obstacle again, teamwork, which has popped up like 5 or 6 times. Use teamwork to help you out. Make sure that when you're asking for help, you get practical and dependable people, okay? This is going to help you. Practicality and dependability, all right? Is going to help you with teamwork. Get the people who can do it. You're going to learn who is immature, who is supposed to have your time, this is romance, immaturity, and childishness, okay? So this is all about being carefree, not being tied down, being impulsive. This is your theme for 2025. Yes, it is important to have fun. Yes, you're supposed to live life to the fullest, but at the same time, there's a place to play and there's a place to work. There's a time to have fun and there's a time to be serious. If you are surrounded by very immature, unrealistic, unreliable people, then you know that you need to let go of them. You need to have people in your circle that are mature, kind, welcoming, that's somebody you can rely on, okay? At the same time, don't feel like you have to do everything by yourself, Scorpio. Honey, darling, apple pie, angel. All right? Please. Get help if you need help. Work with people who you can rely and depend on. Be with people that respect and adore you, that want the best for you, that celebrate you. That be like, yo, Scorpio, let's go, bro. Yes. Yes. What do you need? Oh, honey, don't be that way. Be trying your best. No, when you did that, that was kind of wrong. You know, it was a little messed up. I'm just, somebody that pulls you aside, corrects you, lifts you up, and loves you. They are who they say they are, no matter with you or around people. They're always who they say they are going to be. They're the realist. It's okay to pick people out that are no longer there and be around people who are meant to have your time, okay? Now, the immaturity and all that, if they're too immature and they're not responsible and they're just not going over there, taking things seriously like they're supposed to, drop them like a hot potato. That's okay, but at the same time, remember to have fun, all right? So all in all, this concludes y'all's reading. Tomorrow, or maybe like later on tonight, right? I will be doing Pisces 2025 year reading. In the meantime, we're also going to be having live videos on YouTube as well as on Instagram. Now, before I go, all right, please subscribe, all right? Every time you guys subscribe and follow my videos, I get to be able to have more subscribers, and if I get 50, I can do live. April or June, I really want us to have our podcast, Dark Minds and Butterflies, where we talk about any and all things. And I can have you guys as my guest, but I can't have that until I reach 50 subscribers. My goal is to have 1K to 500. So that way we can have a lot of things going for us. So if you like what I do and appreciate all the readings and things, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like and follow for more. It helps me greatly. And it also helps me reach to you guys. That being said, before we go for real, right? If you're interested in any card readings, it's $20 to $6 for one, depending on which one you ask, as well as for year readings, past, present, or future, $25. And our special is for $27, 3 card readings not year related, and 2 palms being read. All right, if you are interested in counseling, therapies, someone to just be there to hear you and help you through life, I also offer counseling sessions for an hour, $6 a week to $20 a month, and $200 for a year. All right, stay safe, slay the day, be happy, and be gay. Peace out. I love you guys.